Yes, ladies and gentlemen, we the Super Gamer Brothers have managed to obtain a copy of Sonic the Hedgehog 4 very early. Now, in order to avoid legal issues, me and Elliot are just going to tell you our experience with the title and just how good it is. First and foremost, the game takes place in Manhattan during the invasion of the Technodrome. Yes, you won't believe it, but the goddamn Ninja Turtles make a cameo appearance in this game. It's also at this time that Shadow barges in with a battery-powered Chaos Emerald and slowly but surely reveals his homosexuality with Maria. Yeah, Maria was a dude the entire time, who would have thought it? Suddenly, the game takes on very heavy Metal Gear tones, and Solid Snake pops out of a manhole and proceeds to choke the ever-living shit out of Kratos, who just happened to be strolling by in his Honda carriage. At this time, I realize that I'm playing Super Smash Bros. Nonsense and proceed to actually play Sonic the Hedgehog 4.5. Now, despite Sega telling us that the game has momentum-based gameplay, I was surprised to see that the game came with a Super Boost feature that launched Sonic through the level in a blink of an eye. In fact, it's so goddamn fast that upon pressing the button, the level ends and proceeds to the next stage. Dr. Robotnik also makes a return, now sporting the ultimate of badass creations, a Beretta 92SB, thus making the boss fights the most difficult in the series. One shot to the abdomen and it's game over. Permanently. Yeah, if you die once, you can never play the game again, so I had to go through 4 copies just to review this game.
Super Sonic also makes his grand return, and is finally playable on regular stages. The only problem is that upon transforming into him, your television's brightness automatically sets itself to 100, and we're left with nothing but a white screen. But who cares, I'm finally playing with Super Sonic again. I think.
One of my main problems with the game is obtaining the Chaos Emeralds. Yeah, at first all I thought you had to do was gather 50 rings to reach the end of the stage, but it's much more involved than that. You see, after grabbing 50 rings, you need to hook up your Model 2 Genesis, and yes, it has to be Model 2, the other models will just erupt in flames. You then need to attempt to stick an NES cartridge into it while making wheat toast, because you know what they say, all toasters toast. Then just as the toast pops out of the toaster, you need to jump into a giant ring at the end of the zone, while simultaneously taking a massive dump in your kitchen sink. See? Very involved. Oh, and Sonic being the only playable character? Yeah, that was bullshit too. Upon immediately entering the first level, Tails joins you, who now, in addition to having 2 tails, now has 3 eyes. This of course allows him to gain telepathic powers, and sense that Knuckles is hiding in the ground ready to ambush Sonic once more. Why? Because Knuckles is cool like that.
Also, in addition to returning Badniks, we also have new additions to the lineup, with one being Goro for Mortal Kombat, and Nemesis for RE3. I swear to God, it's like they ripped them straight from their original games and placed them with no touch-up whatsoever. Still, they go down with one judo kick to the knee. Satisfying. Musically speaking, it sucks. I'm not kidding, the whole soundtrack is just one song, which is Rick Astley's Never Gonna Give You Up. At first I thought that Sega was just rickrolling me, and I was right, but that's not the point.
Finally, the ending was just plain bizarre. After defeating the Act 1 boss of Gene Simmons and his neon tongue, you need to defeat Chuck Norris in his kitchen while making roasted pork. At this point, the ending screen is just Sonic doing this weird hip motion for 23 minutes. There's not even any credits music, it's just him doing this. Alright, you know what, I'm just fucking with you guys. April Fools, everybody!